Let's begin. We connect to our Ujjayi breath. And as we do, we can feel the sit bones sinking down to gravity's influence. And feel the expansion, the lightness of the body as the ribs expand and slightly lift as the skull effortlessly floats away from the neck bones. And feel the shoulders relax, the belly soften. I'll mute myself in a moment. We'll begin with some rounds of Brahmari. You may explore with Brahmari. Various pitches can help you feel different areas of the body. And then within the throat structure itself, the face, jaw, and pharynx, there's a whole lot to explore therein. So even when you're humming, you could open up occasionally and explore the different areas of the pharynx. I'll give you a really quick example. Oh, ha, 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 ha. So even within the throat area, there's the lower area of the pharyngeal, the oral, straight back behind the tongue, and then there's up where the pharynx becomes the nose. So there's a lot to explore with sound. We'll take some moments. Buzz up. Here we go. Brahmari. And finish the round that you're on. We'll do 2 more. And then start to feel and notice what is the shape and the area, the dimension that you injected this sound into, that you energized, that started to awaken. Can you feel this awakened space in or around your body? And you'll feel it with your breath, right? You can start to feel where there's some organization or where there's some movement. Or where it's kind of effervescing or transparent. So we'll switch the cross of our legs so we're right over left. Half lotus or cross-legged. And you can always tip a little bit, moving the butt meat. If that helps you feel the bones of your pelvis on the ground more solidly. Inhaling, lifting, growing the low back from those sit bones. The mid back away from the low back. And with the shoulders relaxed down, exhale, turn to your right. The left hand can go to the right leg. So how would the pelvis in this simple twist start to open up to that being an awake and alive pelvis? How would we do that? How would you do that? And for some of us, it will be about relaxing some of these physical structures. And for some of us, it may feel that we're permitting some kind of very subtle movement to occur, like a release gesture. For some of us, it will kind of register as, oh yeah, my pelvis is awake, and I have to just remember and open up to that. And when we release, come back centrally, we'll be straightening the bottom leg or the left leg. You may choose to remove this right leg out of the lotus, which is perfectly fine. But we'll be reaching left hand behind to catch this right leg. I'm going to use a strap. So again, left hand behind waist, grab right leg or strap. Inhale, draw the right arm up so chest lifts, trunk grows vertically. And exhale, lengthening through the waist, lengthening through the chest. Hinge only forward to the degree that's reasonable and interesting to you. And release. Inhale, we'll come upright. And we'll switch sides. All right. So it'll be left leg atop right. Inhaling, the sit bones effortlessly sink down, low back grows towards sky. Exhaling, we'll turn to our left. To help us feel the body as awake, our connection to breath might be of interest. To me, there's a direct and very strong correlation between my connection to breath, my attentional connection to my body, sparking the breathing, alive quality of the body. So that verb breathe, or that noun breath, isn't just the physical breath, right? There's a subtle breath that's nested in, it's nestled in that physical breath. So we do the physical breath when we're feeling the air molecules and we feel and imagine the lungs growing and moving. We start to engage that subtle breath as we focus, as we attend, as we start to land inside of our body and feel the breath in these areas, these regions. And as we remain long enough, as we attend diligently enough, that area may start to express its breathingness, its aliveness. So inhale, slightly unwind. We'll straighten the bottom leg, the right leg. You may remove the left leg out of half lotus, of course. Right arm behind back. grab left thigh or strap. So it's my right hand behind my back. Perfect. Now this is usually where the right foot tends to dip off to the right. So reach through that ball of right foot. Inhale. Arm up, chest up. Exhale, fold, lengthening through the waist. Just going forward as much as it's interesting to you. So if I have an area, for example, that feels a little herky-jerky, I might just start to rest my attention around that area in the vicinity and connect to that physical breath, feeling the ribs expand, remembering that I'm breathing deeply. Until I start to feel how that breath and that area interact. Is there some reciprocity? Is there some conversation between breath and that area? And you notice that key ingredient in there is, can I rest my attention? Does my attention remain sufficiently long enough to notice what may happen? I will release. And I think that's really fascinating about so many theologies and traditions, is there always seems to be this concentration element. Like, can you maintain or be on this particular task for durations, right? Helping us build the requisite staying power so we can really feel and see the magic in our body. Let's set up for Dolphin. Elbows under shoulders, knees under hips. So we can try it really as we're setting up our Dolphin. For the duration of this pose, would you select one area with your body that you could attend to? And connect to your breath. Toes curl under. When you exhale, press the knees off the ground. Dolphin. And for the duration of Dolphin, what would that be like to remain with that area? So your loving attention just rests around and in that one selected area of your body. Now the impetus may be to kind of fly around and do a lot of housekeeping everywhere else in the body. And there's a kind of a gentle and fierce no with this one area. And by fierce, I mean clarity. No, I'm very clear. One area, this area. As you press through the forearms and the shoulders grow lighter. Let's keep coming back to that one area. So the breath starts to grow in that area. And gently set the knees down. Relax. It might be a little bit of a grafting process. It's kind of having to graft the breath in there, and then something can seem like it catches hold. Oh, it's breathing. It's alive. It is alive. Let's lie on our back. We're going to go right to twisted root abs. So I'm going to cross my right knee over my left. Some of you may have some sacral concerns or some QL sacral stuff. You might really enjoy putting your left foot on the wall as you cross your right over your left. And some of you will be able to hook the right foot behind the left calf. I'm going to put my foot on the wall just so I can feel the QL. This is some of these deep low back area muscles. Inhale, we'll float the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. And then exhaling, tailbone shifts, thigh presses thigh. Draw low belly down. And inhaling, let the tailbone relax down, let the thigh pressures release momentarily. Exhale, curling tailbone, let the thigh pressures come on, helping to kind of massage into that hip socket, the crease. There's lymph nodes there. There's deep rotators. Pull low belly down. And once again, inhale. We'll keep the head and the shoulder blades up. You can feel how the abdomen keeps the back down. Exhale, curl tailbone, thigh, press thigh. Draw low belly down. Good. Set the head down. Leave the legs exactly where they are. Place the hands on your thigh. That'd be your right thigh, mid-thigh. Inhale. And now exhale. Draw the thighs toward the hands. Press the hands into the thighs. May create a bit of heat in that hip flexor area, the hip crease area. Curling the tailbone. Draw the low belly down. And then inhaling, ease up on that. Still leaving the head down. Final one. Exhale. Thigh pulls into hands. Hands press into thigh. Draw the low belly down. And release. Inhaling, we'll unwind. And we'll trade sides. So we'll cross the left over the right. We'll interlace hands behind head. Inhale, head and shoulders up. And if you just gently look into the navel, it'll just help us breathe into the back. Now exhale, curling the tailbone, letting the thighs press into one another. Draw the low belly down. Inhaling into the hip crease. Down to the genitals, pelvic floor. Exhale, curl tailbone. Draw the low belly down. Inhaling, allow the tailbone to relax, the squeeze to release. And then exhale, curling the tailbone, press thigh into thigh. Pull low belly down. There's one more part to this. Inhaling, we'll set the head down, stack the hands on the left thigh. So some people will feel this in the really deep outer part of their hip capsule. And some people will feel this in the deep, like inner crease. It really just kind of depends on your hips. With the hands on the thighs, these final couple of breath moments, inhale. And now exhale, draw the thighs as if toward your chest, and the hands just brace, press back to create a lot of abdominal pressure. And this pulling and this pushing, draw the low belly down. And once again, inhale, let up on the pressures. And then exhale, pressures applied, legs pulling toward the chest, hands pushing against the thighs. There's not a lot of motion, but there's a lot of energy, a lot of work. Let the tailbone move, probably toward the sky, draw the low belly down. And release. Let us unwind, please. And when we turn over, we'll press up to standing. So just as a reminder, some general reminder, if you're experiencing any tenderness around the sacrum, please remember any of these folds can be done partially, right? You can bend the knees and just palm the thighs, or you can just, right? So nothing needs to go through any course of painfulness. Inhale, let's draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold in the way that is agreeable on your back. Okay, so again, you could do partial folds. Inhale, step the left foot back, lunge, setting the knee down, drawing the arms up. I'm going to remain here, just giving it a couple extra breaths. An easy twisting lunge. Inhale back, slightly out of the lunge, placing the left hand down, exhaling, reaching the right arm up. So my belly has some room for my thigh. Press the hands apart and feel how the shoulder blades drift apart. Now connect back to that Ujjayi breath. And feel how the breath lands in the body. And this is really the heart of embodiment, right? It's not just breathing, knowing that our body is involved in breathing. It's breathing to remember that the body respires and lives and is vital. Inhale, bring that right hand down to the ground. Exhaling, we'll step that right foot back, lowering from plank to ground. Cobra. Reaching back through the legs. Inhale. The guts, the organs lengthen softly. Exhaling, lower downward dog. And we'll do that lunge, those couple poses on the other side. Inhale, left foot forward. Setting the right knee down, lunge. Exhaling, pressing through the legs. I'm just finding a bit of lightness through the low back. There you go, Brett, that's it. Now, where that place, you just found a little lightness, because it looks like you all did, which is really cool. Can you get a sense of breath or breathingness in that newly found space? Can that space breathe? Again, it does require breath, but it's sufficient. It's adequate, but it's not the whole picture. It's required, but it's not sufficient. All right, easy twisting lunge. Inhale, we'll back the hips up a little, right hand down, and left arm reaches skyward. So as something starts to shift, as something starts to open up, you feel maybe an opening, a space in the body in this easy twisting lunge. And connect to breath in that area. So there's a little attentional piece. There's a little bit of an enduring attentional piece. As we attend and we keep breathing, just note what you start to experience there, where breath and body, that breath and space, converse. It's a little nexus. Inhale, let's bring the left hand down, stepping the right foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, drawing the arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the right foot back, lunge. This time, once that top of foot is established on the mat, drawing the arms up, we have a chance to press that back knee off the ground, or arrow lunge. If you don't want to take the knee off the ground, just keep the pressure steady, just like we're keeping our attention steady. So efforts steady, our attention steadies. There's a lot of value in these enduring qualities. And releasing, inhale, the knee remains down. Let's back up a tiny bit. Twisting lunge. Exhaling the right elbow over the left thigh. And inhale, unwind, hands to ground. Exhale, we'll step back. Step the left foot back and we lower. All the way down. Cobra. Legs reach back. You feel that one arrow lunge leg compared to that yet to be lunged leg. Inhale, lengthen through both sides of the low back. As the lungs lift away from the back. You feel if there's a difference in the lungs having done that lunge on one side. Exhale, lower, downward dog. A right arrow lunge, inhale, right foot forward. Set the left knee down, the top of the left foot down. And exhaling, press. Okay, steady pressure or press the knee off the ground. That will ensure some degree of steadiness. So there are some conditions that I have found kind of interrupt my ability to attend in an enduring and steadying way. Things like inflammation, things like just the basics, sugar, caffeine. Okay. So if you have both those components in your life, you're to do the enduring and intentional thing, but there's a few shots of espresso backloading that work. You might just want to be a little gentle and remember there might be some pharmacological explanation. We'll set that knee down. Inhale, back the hips up. Twisting lunge. Exhale, the left elbow over the right. But that inflammation is a big one, the systemic kind. It makes it very difficult, and this is my experience, to focus. So again, if you know that you're going through have a condition that inflames the body, be kind. Focus may take a little bit of it might feel different to us when we're in those states. And inhaling, we'll unwind, set the hands down, exhale. We'll step forward, coming directly into fold. Inhale, we'll stand, drawing the arms up. And exhaling, hands to heart. So chair pose. This is where we bend the knees, inhaling the arms up. Now lift the back away from the spine, away from the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, monkey. So I'm kind of lifting the chest away from the lap. I'm also gliding the shoulders away from the neck. We'll set the hands down. Exhale, step forward, lightly jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. So I'm pressing through those tops of feet, just like my lunges, my buttock muscles help me out. Exhaling, downward dog. Yeah, we're going to take a chest opener. Inhale. Let's go left foot forward. And the chest opener will work is where the hands are behind the back. Hands behind the back. There you go. Inhaling, chest lift. Exhale, knuckles and shoulders melt down. And releasing hands, inhale them out to the sides. We're moving into interlock, and we can do this in stages. Exhaling, bring the left hand down to the inside of your leg. Bring the right hand behind your back. When you're ready, you will pick that left hand up. Lift it under the thigh, connect the hands, interlock warrior. Now, this is often where I'll see and feel many of us will must exempt the upper lobes of the lung from breath. So if we were here just 2 or 3 more breaths, could you focus or feel into the right lung, into the upper lobe of right lung? So getting right under the collar, right under the chest wall. Yeah, and you've got strong legs, Brett. You can kind of lift, lengthen that lung forward. Make sure it's the lung. Feel the lung first and then feel the movement. Yeah, that's lung movement. Now it is. There you go. There you go. Good. Release as we set up for pigeon. Let's set the hands down, the right knee down. As we walk the left leg across, settling the shin down. Okay. Now, it's another really great area to learn to feel our breath is in that low back area. Take your left hand, the back of your left hand, and rest it right on like the small of your back or the waistband area, right near the sacrum. And so let that touch point help you focus and land, right? Our attention kind of aggregates in this sacral area. And as our attention aggregates, note how the expression of breath starts to shift. Maybe there's a greater potency or presence of this breath in the sacrum. Maybe there's a certitude or a clarity like, yes, I can confirm much more clearly. Yes, that's breath, that's breathing. Okay, release. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. So we're doing a couple of things with the eyes and the front of the body yesterday, remain in downward dog. And we could do a very brief rediscovery, because this might influence your hips. What we were doing is taking traditional dristi in downward dog. Traditional dristi just means where to put the eyes in the traditional form of yoga. So if you gently with your eyes start to look into your navel, you'll notice something happen to your neck. It probably lengthens a little bit. And from that dristi, from the eyes looking into the navel, from there begin to relax the neck. So just that simple little move through the eyes and the neck may reflect down into the sacrum and into the hips and how the hips rotate. So some of you working with head, skull issues or sacral issues may find those tiny little eye movements, which are spine movements, beneficial. Inhaling, step right foot forward, warrior two, chest opener. So my arms reach behind the back, interlace. Yeah, start to deepen into that stance. So part of remaining in these poses, it's not that there's nothing happening. By remaining, there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of energy distribution, blood distribution, cellular byproducts redistribution. So by deepening in, by going into that lunge, things really do get circulating. Okay, gonna let go of the hands, inhale. Open those arms out to the side, and here's our interlock in stages. Exhaling, go right hand to ground, left hand behind back. When it's right, we'll lift the right hand under the right leg, connecting the hands. And let's, for these moments, feel the left lung. So we're focusing, we're aggregating our attention there. Sometimes my attention is like a little gaggle of geese. It's kind of corralling all those little ducklings. Come on, come on. And now inhaling, feel how breath meets that left lung where you're gathering your attentiveness. And that is altogether a different experience than muscling that area into breathing. We get at something much different, much subtler, much more pervasive, much more universal. Okay, release. There's a pigeon here for us. Set the left knee down. Walk the right foot over. Lie the shin down. And you can place your right hand, the back of your right hand, on the small of your back, again, to help aggregate, to help kind of constellate our attention and so our breathing awareness in that low back. So it's not just that we conceptually know that we're breathing, because, well, we all know that, but that we choicefully breathe, right? Consciously breathe. And release. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. And just to repeat a simple little move, once the feet are established, in the smallest move required, you can bring eyes to see or very nearly see the navel. Just in that simple move, you may start to sense a shift through your pelvis and your hip sockets. That's the traditional, the traditional drishti, and then you can relax your neck from there. Inhale, step or lightly jump feet forward, monkey. Exhale, fold. And again, you might find that eye gaze, that eye has ramifications on the back, on the sacrum. Chair pose, bend knees, inhale, draw the arms up, and then stand, exhaling, hands to heart. All right. Have a seat, please, or a shavasana rather. We'll do a little metta for a beloved friend. We're moving through our metta course. This is the real metta. So the object of our metta, loving kindness, shavasana, the object is a beloved friend. So someone you have a really easy time enjoying their company, being with. They're easy to like. It's important that they're easy to like. This could be our little four-leggers traipsing around our yoga mat. And to this beloved friend, try these words out and just find out what happens internally as these words are suggested or internally spoken to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease of well-being. May you be free from suffering. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease of well-being. May you be free from suffering. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease, the ease of well-being. May you be free from suffering. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live with ease of well-being. May you be free from suffering. And whenever you're ready, bend knees. Turn to a side. And use both hands. Press your way up to seated. Namaste. I love y'all.